Let me catch up with that eye buzzling. But yeah, those of you coming in with the gym raid, Gymorian raid, the chill raid, dude, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help. And of course, Mr. Jim, thank you so much for the raid, man. Bringing your community over to share with ours. Thank you for stopping by. So I gotta ask, 24 dupes. What's the goal? I imagine it's gonna be something along the lines of 3 printing pod objectives. But you do the 24 dupes fast, and then is there anything else added into that? I'm curious. Maybe you can't leave the first planetoid? I don't know. But yeah. 24 dupes, huh? How fast do you get it? Like cycle count. When do you get your 24th dupe? Gives me a good idea. Because technically you can get all 24 dupes within the first 100 cycles. But that's really pushing the calorie generation. The background noise raid. Is that what Jim is? Is Jim background noise? Is that why? Chill raid? I don't know, man. We got chill vibes over here as well. Yeah, take up 24 as fast as possible. Around 69. Nice. I see you over there. That's pretty nice, Mr. Jim. Pretty nice. I gotta ask, have you ever done the narcoleptic dupe challenge, Mr. Jim? That one's pretty fun. Actually pretty fun. Not as bad as doing the no exiting of the Atmos suit run. So I will say, if you do have time and you want to look for a new challenge, that's pretty good. Narcoleptic dupes actually end up not being that bad. And it's, dude, it's pretty good. Haven't really done any challenges yet. That one would be pretty fun, because it doesn't really change up too much of your playstyle. A lot of it is just having to deal with a little bit of narcolepsy, but it's really not that bad. I see Mamba's cute little ears. Yes, Mamba's just napping away. He's ultimately background noise, pleasant to listen to, and unintrusive. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Gotcha, Mr. Jim. Gotcha. So, Mr. Jim, I gotta ask, I see you from time to time on Oni's. Is Oni one of your main games, man? I haven't really had a chance to pop into a lot of streams just in general. Just a lot of things to deal with outside of streaming. But, dude, curious, man, what games do you stream? I know it's Oni. I think you do a little bit of other games as well, like some strategy. Other than the 24, I did that originally on all original non-DLC Asteroid to teach me how to manage that growth. Oh! Did you ever do the vanilla base game Badlands start with no water geysers? That one would have been a challenge, I think. Because not only do you have hot temperatures, no algae, and a bunch of granite stopping you from exploring the map, but you only have one cool steam vent. I don't know if you've seen that, but the Badlands, you could have randomly played that, try to go for the 24 dupes, and then run into that seed accidentally. There was a danger zone seed back in the base game where someone found. And what it was that it made it so that you only had one water geyser. And it was a luck of the draw thing, because you know how you would randomize geysers? With the covered geysers, right? Like, I don't have any covered, like right here, covered geyser. They would make it so that you would randomly only have one cool steam vent, which is this one, not a lot of water. So then it's like, dude, how do you make it the difference to provide for the colony? That one would have been very interesting, man, because that would have been insanely difficult. Flame, I see you over there. Hope you're doing well. Mamba Lamba. Hi, Buzzle. Let me try to catch up with you really quick. Oh, I see you, iBuzzly. I read what you just said, iBuzzly, in the copy paste earlier. Yeah, it's tough. The thing about stocks and stock market, man, I gotta say is you typically don't look at stocks as short-term investments. You really don't. If you're thinking about cashing out, you want to actually be glued to the stock market on the ups and downs in order for you to penny pinch. That's actually the game if you want to have short-term games. Now, the thing is that stocks typically by design is something you buy of, and then you hope for a long-term investment. Kind of like buying Google in the beginning and hoping for it to blow up like Google does. I don't know. There's just this like when you fundamentally invest in certain things like that, you have to have like the expectations in the right area. I don't know though. Maybe it was a lot of just hopping on the GME bandwagon though. Oni's one of the main, but also Minecraft, Kerbal, Captain of Industry, nice, nice. Survival resource games, management city games, nice, nice. I see you over there. Do you know anything about Kerbal 2 dropping, dude? That's one of the games I was thinking about picking up. And you know, we talked about this yesterday, but there was like, oh yeah, Kerbal 2 is coming out in 2022. Oh yeah, Kerbal's coming out next year now. Oh yeah, Kerbal is gonna come out in 2021, and it keeps getting pushed back. And it's like, oh man, do I even want to wait anymore? I don't know. I was on the fence about getting Kerbal 1 and trying it out, and then I keep hearing that it's coming out next year, and then next year comes and it's coming out next year again. I'm seeing a YouTube one dupe colony challenge. Oh, that one's tough, Solrak. Because the thing is that the one dupe just means that you don't have a lot of time. Oh, it's time for him to land. Oh no, he could reach the food. Wait, there's no food in here, but it says there's food in here. I'm confused. Alright, man, we're landing. I know a Kerbal streamer, but I haven't been on Twitch for a while. Gotcha, gotcha. No word on the dates other than next year. Oh man. So Jim, if you had to estimate, man, and you had to put a date out on when you expect Kerbal 2 to come out, what would you put your money on? I like day trading though. That's what I want my career to be. That's my dream career for at least 5-7 years. Oh man, I see you over there, day trading. So difficult though. Ironically, the less you know, the better, as long as it makes you money. It's to a certain degree. I don't know if that's good practice, man. I see what you're saying, though. Wait, what happened to my Sweetles? Why is there a shine bug here? My Sweetles died. Why are there shine bugs here? I'm so confused. The pips are just meowing. September 2023. Oh, man, it's late next year, too. Feels bad. Alright, we're gonna drop off the shine bugs over here. What's your food source? Right here. Grapefruits. So we have a sulfur geyser. The sulfur geyser makes us liquid sulfur that we're condensing into solid sulfur, and we're sweeping it out after we run it through a aqua tuner water box. That comes out on a rail, and then it goes directly to my auto sweepers that pick it up from the receptacle, and we sweep it to the farm tiles. My dupes are harvesting the grubfruits when they can. And then we have the additional grubs right here that gives us the grub rub, which increases growth speed. So we have a pretty good food source going on. Technically, this only feeds 11 duplicates non-stop, and that's due to how much sulfur we produce over its time period. So active period plus dormant period, and we average it out, we get around 980 kilograms of sulfur that we could utilize each cycle. And that turns out to be around 88 grubfruit plants, which feed specifically 11 dupes indefinitely. And then on top of that, we have a starvation box going on down here. This starvation box is basically... I need to actually wrangle the larvas. This starvation box is based on the theory that... oh, I have too many critters here too, huh? Yeah, 11. Some of these are not going to give me eggs anymore. So there's a starvation ranch theory where Sweetles, before they die, they give you an egg, much like how the shovels did back in the base game. And what you would do is basically tame your Sweetles, and then all the eggs go into a drop box, and then you have those Sweetles starve to death. Before they starve, they typically will give you one egg before they actually reach starvation, and if you brush them, that happens. So they would replace the egg for themselves, and you get free meat. And then we're also moving some Sweetles to here so we could generate sucrose. They're able to eat the sulfur and then poop out a little bit of sucrose. So we could do that to have a little bit more additional calorie generation for the grubfruit preserves, as we could combine the grubfruit with sucrose to generate 400 more kcals. So it's pretty convenient, and there's an additional way to kind of convert the food. We also have 2 Draco ranches right here. And any extra Dracos, they go into the water chamber, where they try to play Legend of Zelda of the Water Temple. And they only have iron boots equipped, so they're at the bottom of the map. They don't know that they're drowning, though. They just think it's part of the challenge. And then we also have something similar for the hatches. They're Kid Link right now with iron boots. That's what it is. So we have some meat sources right there. We're keeping the pips in a box so that we could evolve them to cuddle pips soon. These little babies are the only thing that's as cute as my kitty cat Mamba. That's right in the camera. So we're gonna get these guys soon. Once we could head over to the other planets right here, that we have a platform already set up. I was not able to actually get to here in time without the food, so I had to leave before we could actually grab the Thimbleweed. But yeah, that's our base right now. Hopefully that helps, Nico. Grubbers, dude, these guys are honestly, before the Fast Friends DLC with the evolution of the pips into cuddle eggs, these guys are my favorite critter. The rub buff, top tier, and they're just majestic when they walk around. Like, look at this farm design. They're just crawling around, man. Big old caterpillars, rubbing all the plants. It's just a good time. Y'all ever play Gunbound? Any Gunbound players in chat? There used to be a Gunbound called the Grub. Y'all remember that? This is a grub. So you take 2 of those grubs and you get this guy. It's kind of crazy, man. How long does it took for this setup? Which setup? This setup with the farming? It depends, because this requires you to get sweeping tech. So auto sweepers. Not that you need that specifically. Well, you do need that specifically, but I also have receptacles. So the receptacles require you to actually have a 3rd tier of research tank. That is the material study terminal. So with this setup, it depends how long it takes for you to get radiation research. And then for me, the biggest problem was this geyser was in my magma ocean. So because of how the flipped asteroid works, someone told me that this is always the case. You're always going to have your liquid sulfur geyser inside your pool of magma. So what happens when that happens is that you have to be able to deal with the magma first. And if you don't have a way to deal with the magma, you can never tap into this, and you can never start the food chain. That's the problem. So I was able to deal with it because I have a lot of experience with, magma specifically. So I was able to empty it out, tap into the sulfur geyser, and you can see we always have it in a vacuum. That way there's like no heat transfer from the magma to my water. And once we have this, you have to calculate. There's the Oni calculator on the geysers that if you just input in the stats, it tells you how much resource you're able to spend per cycle. Or you could do a little bit of raw math, of course. But if you do that, you could find out how much you could supply your colony with in terms of cake house. And then you do a little bit of math and you try to adjust your population accordingly. See you over there, Protopoly? Oh, man. Oh, feels bad, Protopoly. Dude, man, who was the person that dropped a word in front of her? That's the only person you could blame. Or you give her a better word. You give her a better word. Alright, so we need to tap into the cool Steam vent. So, her aunt. Ah, dude. Feels bad. I hate relatives when it comes to children. Because in every circumstance, I feel like relatives only do the worst things. I hate to say that. Oh, protocol, that sucks. Because when I had to be the uncle for my nieces and nephews, and they were growing up as little kids, one of the things I realized was that anytime we had family over that was not immediate family, they would be complete bastards in terms of, oh man, he wants this, and they'll give them to him, even though it's bad for them. And then the mom, my sister, or the dad of my other niece or nephew would be like, no, don't do it, because they know what's gonna happen. Because if the kid experiences that, they're gonna always want that and not gonna eat their actual meal for like food or dinner, and it'd be something like candy or something, right? And it's like, no, I want candy, things like that. And then they give it to them so that they have a good place in their heart, so to speak, right? Like they have, oh, I remember you. You're the aunt that gave me candy. I like you, kind of a thing. So they don't care anything about the health of the child, and it just becomes like this toxic thing where they just want to win over the child's love. And I'm not gonna lie, man, it makes me like, dude, if I ever have kids, I never want to show them off for that exact reason. I remember one time they never gave the child soda before. And then out of nowhere, they gave the child Coca-Cola. And the child's like, oh, it's delicious. That child stopped drinking milk and water. I want Coke. And then every time the mom and dad has a glass of Coca-Cola, they can't say that word anymore. They literally have to say code. Oh, you got the COLA, the cola, right? They have to spell it out. They're like, yep, I got a glass. And it becomes like that. And I'm just like, dude, that's such a messed up lifestyle, man. But that's tough, Porter Polly. Good luck with that, man. I've witnessed that from the outside looking in, and it looks like a pain. Absolutely would love to play this game, or any game, especially with this one, with at least 15 CI Buzzley. I want to say no. As like the people here that are watching, that's great, and it helps me out, but it's not something that it's like, it's more like a job, right? Like the people watching, it's kind of more so like, hey, I'm just glad they're here to watch, but it doesn't really like add any pressure. It shouldn't, because if you want to be a content creator, you kind of have to be used to this. But for the most part, dude, honestly, man, that's the dream. Having that consistently, and then be able to provide for myself with it, that's kind of like what we're hoping for. Dude, I feel you with that, Protopolly. Having kids is tough, man. Having kids is tough. You got to protect your kids from your own family sometimes, which is kind of weird. All right, so he's back, so we're good, and we need to go back to over here. We need to tap into the cool steam vent, so I am going to need to start. Well, we have like almost no oxygen here, right? So we need water in order to generate more oxygen, but we need more pumps to generate more oxygen so that we could send it over to here, so that they have a reliable source of oxygen for wearing their suits. That way we could build a design for the cool steam vent. I could temporarily just start taking the water that we already have and start delivering it back home. That could be a thing. So why not, right? We'll start setting that up. So my dupes are not doing anything. We got to do this. Actually, no, that's wrong. I should have just had that connect. It's the coolest steam vent you've seen. Oh, man. I don't like the design because I have trypophobia. Looking at the dots sometimes, man, is not the business. Oh, you got the Wi-Fi lock? Parental controls, man? Maybe like that? You gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, I think we're gonna pump a little bit of water back just to send it back home. And then that's gonna mean that it comes out... Where's the teleporter go to? Over here. Yeah. Over here. So this is the output, right? So I need to have this pipeline. Alright, we're gonna deconstruct that. Someone's trapped. Oh my god. This man is trapped. Alright. Get out of there. I see eye Buzzley. I see you over there. Yo man, stuff. Alright, no longer stuck. That's good. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit of a water pump through. We're going to need to have... And we're going to actually have a couple storages over here. We'll store a little bit of the water, because why not? I'll put it here. And then we're going to reroute the pipeline. So that we just go like this. And then we have the bottom connect. And then we have that pump into this line that's right here. We'll just bridge it on, because it comes out of the output pipe. So it's going to be something simple like this, probably. Autosave lag. I gotta wait. Nice. And then we just have that. So we're going to have a little bit of extra water coming from here. Hopefully this helps out. I see Buzzley. I see you over there. Alright, so that should be pretty good. A little bit of oil spilled. We'll try to mop that up. That's the thing with the electronics, man. I'm not gonna lie. It always feels like it's the end of the world for them. But that's because, you know, they don't know any better. That stuff is tough. Alright, so we're building some reservoirs for that. Should be alright. I think I should have the Aqua Tuner combo close by. It shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we'll just build it here. I think this is going to be worthwhile. So we're going to have to ladder up right here. We're going to want to use sandstone because we have a lot of it. So we'll just go straight up, build this, build the Aqua Tuner steam turbine loop, and then we'll move the water out. I'll probably have to dig out a little bit of a dugout so we can just have it empty. And then we'll pump that out. And then once we do that, we should be able to start making a design to cool down the steam, condense it into water, and then pump it back home. The one thing I might want to have, though, is steel. And then I think I need plastic. I need to make sure I have the resources here. We have no plastic on this side. And we have no steel on this side. Okay, we'll set that up. So we're going to sweep everything to here, but I'm going to gather it here so that we have exact amounts. So a steel pump, I think is the only thing I'm going to need. Right? How does this one work? It's just a steel pump, right? Nothing else is needed. That's steel. So plumbing, steel, this is 400. So we're going to go 400 kilograms here. Priority 9. And we're going to go with steel. This is going to allow steel as well. And then once we're ready, we'll send that over. I see you over there, Portapoli. I see you guys over there. Parenting strats. Maybe you have favorites, iBuzzling. Have you guys seen that commercial where these two kids paid a burglar to quote-unquote rob their house? And the burglar breaks in, puts a gun to the mom's head, and goes, "Who do you love more? I'm gonna kill the one you don't love." And then the daughter and the mom's like, "I love them both equally." And then the guy goes, "You say that shit again, we'll kill both of them." And then there's like, you got 10 seconds. And then he starts counting down. And then she goes, "I loved him more." She blurts it out. And then the burglar looks at the two sons and goes, "Now you guys know." And then he just leaves. And then the older son yells at his mom, "You love him more than me?" That shit was wild, man. I saw the commercial and I was like, holy crap, dude. What kind of commercial is this? I saw the meme, but not the video. Yeah, dude, this was wild, man. It was wild. I was like, I don't even know what their commercial was. And then 10 seconds later, got milk. I was like, what the hell does this have to do with milk? I was confused, dude. I was really confused. What does this have to do with milk at all, man? I don't even know where. I saw a video of it on YouTube, dude. I made up the last part about the got milk, though. I gotta be real. That was the only way to end it, because the got milk commercials were wild back in the days. That was a commercial, dude. I think it was from London, somewhere in the UK. Not London specifically. I think somewhere in the UK. I think they were English. They had that accent. I think it was. I might be wrong. But yeah, that was wild, man. Silent One, what's good? I see you over there. I hope you're doing well. We're just gonna have to pitcher pump all the pools at the bottom, man. Feels bad. That was a long time ago, too. That wouldn't air in today's day and age. That was a long time ago. Solrak's seen it, though. Solrak knows what I'm talking about. Alright, so we need to mine this out. We have hungry, sleeping duplicates. Oh, there's no food again. Okay. So we can't go outside because we don't have enough sucrose. And we'll send over 24,000 barbecue. Should be fine. We'll just eat grub fruit back at home. I need to make sure this happens, so max priority. What the heck, dude? The back commercials are wild. You know what's even more wild? The Super Bowl commercials that are banned. Dude, there were some controversial Super Bowl commercials, man. It's pretty wild. We need to make the food delivery. Geek. Nice. All 6 kilograms of barbecue. Yeah, that should be all of it. That way, they should be good in the sun for a little bit longer. Why are they not digging this? They're taking forever, man. Picking up the barbecue. Oh my god, can one of my dupes not dig? No, he's mole hands. You're specialized in digging. I'm confused, man. They just don't want to mine. Wait, not deconstruct. Cancel. Dude, there's pathing. How come you don't want to work? This guy, PB&J. Feels weird, man. Alright, so we're hoping this guy's going to be able to handle it. And then we're just going to make a simple design. Actually, no, we'll do a little bit at a time. So if this is the floor, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's here. And then we want to mine this out. That's fine. Alright, so we need the dupes to work together for this. Could you imagine shooting a commercial and not a single thought in your head asking yourself, is there any possibility this gets banned? Hey man, there's a good chance that, you know, they were hoping that the controversy kind of makes them the talk of the town. You know the saying goes, right? Bad publicity is still publicity. Publicity. I'm butchering that word. You guys have heard of that saying before, right? Bad publicity is still publicity. And I feel like that's what they're going for sometimes. They don't think it be like it is, man, but it do. Really do be like that, though, sometimes. Alright, so we're going to be rolling. And we're going to be trying to get our aqua tuner set up. I did not bring over... Oh! How much is an aqua tuner? This needs to be made out of steel as well. Alright, so this needs to go by 12, so it's 16. So we're going to bring some more steel here before we sweep it through. Someone is dying? Starving? Trapped? No. We want to... Well, digging this up is going to be faster than doing that. That line is my favorite, second favorite movie, lol, Wolf of Wall Street. I haven't seen that yet. Is it weird that I haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street? That's a movie that I still haven't seen. Feels... Oh, he's gonna be trapped. Alright, man, you're gonna go from underneath. Only way you're getting out. You're missing out. Great show. iBuzzly spoiling the movie for me, man. Telling me Leonardo DiCaprio dies at the end. Come on, man. You can't be spoiling the movies. Imagine. Oh, someone's dying? What are you doing, Silent One? Why are you in the magma? Why are you swimming in there, dude? Jesus Christ, take a damage. Now you're using the ladders properly? Come on, dude. You're better than that. 3 hours long, every single scene is golden. Gotcha, gotcha. Someone's got to feed the machine, bro. You don't have to swim in the magma, though. You know what I'm saying, man? Just take the ladders. OSHA's gonna be on me. They're gonna be like, you can't let the colonists swim in lava, man. That's illegal. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? You're right, but I had no control over that. You see, that was all Silent One's fault. That was all Silent One's fault. I think someone dropped the bottle. Hungry, probably was hungry or had to pee. Yeah, that's true. Probably the schedule change. Dropped the bottle of magma. It happens. It just sucks, though. You had to take damage in order to retrieve it. Alright, all the pips are back again. Shine bugs are chilling up there. I can't be mad about them. We got the 2 Sweetle babies. We need to get more sucrose, though. I need to find a planetoid that has sucrose on it. I want to get sucrose because it helps me with my food generation by a little bit. Okay, so we send a steel, uncheck, sweep, and it should be swept into here, priority 9. And the next thing we're going to want to grab is plastic. How much do you need for a steam turbine? Just 200 kilograms. All right, we'll send over 200 exactly. Alright, grab that. It should be good. We'll sweep that. This guy, he's sparkle streaking while delivering the steel. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh! Where are you taking the steel? Oh no, you didn't grab the steel. You grabbed something else. Deliver it to here, fam. Let's go. Shia LaBeouf. Always butcher one of my favorite actors' names. Feels bad. Is he your favorite if you butcher his name, dude? Dude, I wonder, man. I hope he's okay. Shia LaBeouf, man. I hope he's okay. Oh, crap. Oh, I filled this up. Oh, okay. We gotta go. If I fill this up, we gotta go before food rots, man. Feels bad. We have 4.6 tons of plastic. We're good. Okay, so we can launch once we're ready. I need to make sure none of the food is here. Because if it rots in the vacuum, we kind of get polluted dirt. It's not good. This is at 48. That's good still. Alright, Silent One, you're back up to space. Gotta send you up to the data banks. You know how it'd be. Gotta... Oh, there's no plastic to be swept. It's not selected. There we go. Hopefully someone does this now. Hey, Restive, coming in with the Prime. Thank you so much for the 2 months on that 2-month streak. Enjoy the emotes, the 20 dies ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But welcome back to the city. Hope you enjoy your stay. Hey, love the stream. Keep doing you. Appreciate that, Restive. And of course, hope you have a nice Tuesdays, my dude. Thank you for the support. Mamba would thank you. But he's napping right now. You know how the kiddies be. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the 2 months. Alright, so we got that built. We could easily do this now. And then I need to do this. And then I need to mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a small box. So we should probably just do something like that. So it's probably going to be easier if I just mine that out first. Alright, and then, of course, you're going to need a bottle emptier. And then for the time being, we're going to need a dispenser just to clean out the area. Probably just right here. Drop it on the tile. Some of these items right here are in the way. I don't keep up with celebrities, but the guys basically have my respect or love, I say. I see iBuzzly. How do you feel about the just do it meme? Oh man, the one-sided stuff feels bad. That does mean I need to mine this out. And then I probably need to have a solid top like this. And then I probably want a door here like that. Gotcha, iBuzzly. Feels bad when I'm not considered a necessity. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. It's all good, man. You gotta make sure you take care of yourself first. I'm just memeing, man. Just memeing. I'm just kidding, man. Use the copper. We got to build out the tiles. So if this goes active, I'm a little bit in a bad spot. But, you know, it is what it is. I need to hope that this stays dormant for a while. We still have water, though, so it should be not too bad. I never set this up then, huh? Oh, it's because there's no power for the pump. Alright, so we'll just do this. Due to the fact that we're using solar panel power, this is already maxed out. So adding a little bit of juice into this wouldn't be a bad thing. Pipeline's already existing, so pump that out, go over to the side. My brother loves that meme. He has a coffee cup on it, but I don't mind. Don't really keep up. Gotcha, gotcha. I was just memeing, man. Just memeing. Don't worry about it too much, man. You good, you good. Alright, so I think... How do I want to do this? I could start sweeping the obsidian into a cold tile, like where the abyssalite is over here, in hopes of it to cool down. Right? It's going to be in a vacuum anyways. Because I don't want to act... Oh, that's actually... That would work. Alright, we'll do that. Why not? We're going to do a dispenser here, where we're going to sweep all the hot obsidian from this room and drop it off here, in hopes that we could drop a little bit of water on top or something to freeze, or to kind of spread out the thermal energy. And if it becomes steam, it becomes steam. But I don't want to bring that into the base and kind of ruin myself. New printables. What do we got here? Ooh, the purple suit. That looks good. Yo, I'm taking that. Y'all see that, man? The purple suit? We gotta look good tonight. We grabbing this. Alright, we're gonna roll this off, guys. It's time. Let's roll off the new clothes. So, Primo. So we got that. Primo garb number 1. This is the purple polyester. Alright, man. It's time. It's time. We're gonna roll a d20. That's not a d20, that's a d20. And we roll an 8. So we go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, the new guy Ren gets it. What are the chances? Then we have a pink unitard. We're gonna roll again. We roll an 11. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, Steph gets it. That kind of fits. We have 2 more suits. Roll the 5. So this is going to be... Nope, that's not it. The spiffy overalls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mighty Stoosh, and he's a farmer. That's perfect. You see the hat? That fits, dude. That fits so well. And then the last outfit. Roll a 1. Okay, so the last Primo garb is going to be BIG's. Oh, dude, the Taurus BIG. With the purple outfit, dude. He's looking fresh. You see that? Dude, look at this guy. Oh, look at that, dude. He's just going to the club tonight. Look at this dude. He got the cap on. He's flashing that gold-plated belt, dude. Oh, man. 1 notch only, dude. Got the black gloves on like he's Michael Jackson. I see you over there, man. Looking fresh. Alright, so that's all the Primo garbs. Passed out all the nice clothing. Hopefully that helps out with a little bit of the decor. Okay, we'll bring this back up. So water's not back yet. That's fine. I don't want them dripping water while they're still needing to build this. And I guess I could work on a couple of tiles. I need to get this side up though. And I guess we could work on the liquid lock for now. So this has to be oil, right? So I think we need to do the oil setup. So that means, instead of that, we use the double pitcher pump first, and then we will do the oil setup afterwards. I see you over there, iBuzzly. You gotta have a car sometimes. Alright, so here it's gonna be a sweep only. And I want to sweep everything in the liquid lock to get it out. Hey, FPC, it's a boy! Wait. You do that at 9 months, dude. What do you mean? I see you over there, FPC. It's a boy. Dude, for whatever reason, that reminds me of the Collect Call commercial. Hey, we gotta make a Collect Call. His name is this phone number. And you're gonna be asking for We Otta Baby Eats a Boy. He's Italian. And then he calls his dad for free. And then it's his son going, "Oh, we had a baby. It's a boy." For whatever reason, that reminds me of that commercial, dude. I don't know why. Long baking time, 3 extra months. Yo, man, I see you over there. Dude, have you seen One Piece? FPC TV? One Piece, the anime? There was a character that had that exact storyline. He was the son of the most wanted man in the world. And his mom kept praying that he wouldn't be born because the entire government was actually taking all the babies around that time period because it's a 9-month thing. So she tried to keep him inside of her womb as long as he could until the suspicion went away. Because they were like, we had to end his bloodline. One Piece. And one of the things that happened was that exactly that. He stayed in the belly for like extra, I think it's 6 months. But when she gave birth to him, she died. So, you know, things are not without consequence. But yeah, that happens in the anime, man. For whatever reason, it's pretty similar. But yo, FPC TV, welcome back to the city. Thanks so much for using your Prime on me. Thank you so much for the 1-year support. And of course, enjoy the emote. D20 does ad-free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. Three extra months? Nope, sorry. My brother had to be pulled out IRL extra time. Oh, wow. Really? I didn't know that was a thing, man. Okay. So yeah, it's all good, It's just one of those minor complications kind of a thing. Nothing too bad. It's an anime. Yeah, man, it's anime, baby. That was only a minor storyline. It's kind of crazy. It's not even one of the main storylines. I mean, it's fine, man. If you're not a fan of that, I'm not gonna force it on you. All I gotta say is a lot of people sleep on it, man. It's pretty good. Alright, so this goes like this. We uncheck it, so we get a one drop setup. We take this to sweep crude oil, and now we sweep this crude oil to drop it on here. And then we do this. And then we deconstruct both of these, and then we get a vacuum in the middle. So this is a triple one drop lock setup with a vacuum tile. Allows me to have no heat transfer. So then now we could do this. And then this is gonna start building out the vacuum inside the room. That way, when we get steam on this tile, it doesn't just condense into water. And since this is oil, it's not going to be able to have the water push down on it. Oil is the heaviest liquid. You can't move oil by pushing down on it. It's just not possible. So this is going to be pretty good for us. We have a bottle here because I actually want to release a little bit of water. Let's actually do that after we build the turbine. And then afterwards, we get the aqua tuner set up. I should have everything here from the deliveries. And then back here, no one's idle. I hope no one's idle. Let's give them some extra things to sweep in case they are idle. Oh, all the glass is done. 5 kilogram, that's not a lot. That's not a lot either. The 1,000, yeah, we're sweeping that. Okay, so hopefully they sweep that over to the other side so that we could start using the teleporter right up top and start building up some more solar panels so that we could power the aqua tuner. This is going to be a juicy consumer, 1,200 watts. And we are at average 150. Let's say that. Because you have to charge up from 0 to the peak, which is around, it looks like 180, 190. And then it declines after it hits the peak. So I'm thinking it's around 150 per solar panel. So if we have enough to cover that, so it's what, 1,200 divided by 150? 1, 2, That's 300 times 4. That's what? 4 times 2, that's 8. So we have 3. I need 5 more. So we should be able to build at least 5 more. I'll try to build more than that to have power for the other buildings as well. Shouldn't be too bad. So getting a little bit more solar panels for some passive power. Also, the steam turbine is going to be able to add power into the line as well. Only problem is that we're going to have to change up the power line to conductive wiring. We do have a lot of copper for that, though. It'll be fine. I will have to make the upgrades, though. Okay, so we got to do that. Solid. Build that. We're going to replace the wiring. The Dracos are still going to be chill. I don't think I need to actually do the Draco Ratch. It's just going to take too much time. Autosave lag. The deadliest thing in this game. Autosave. It's kind of crazy how that could sometimes ruin your setups. Alright, so back on this side, we need to expand this soon. The water is... Yep. Steam vent is working, and our steam vent tamer is active as well. It's pretty good. So we got that. It's doing alright. Autosave lag is a pain. 100% deadliest thing. Dude, have you guys ever... That's actually one of the reasons why I play with Pliers mod. Sometimes, man, you just get a bad setup and it ruins your day. You know what I'm talking about, man? Like, you just... If you have a spaghetti power line and it happens to drag the power line across, oh, dude, nightmare, dude. Untangling that, it's a big nightmare. Just untangle that. Alright, they're working. One bathroom is helping them out. My hand is trained to cancel activities when it knows the autosave animation is being... Yeah, man. A lot of times I do the same thing. Just wait it out. It's better that way. I live my life 5 cycles at a time. Oh, I used to do that. I used to do that back in the base game when we would used to lag a lot. But now that they made it a little bit better, I don't do the 5 cycle autosave anymore. I used to, though. I used to do the same thing. The infinite Z of pipes across the map because Save decided to come at the wrong time. 100%, yep. Pipes, power wires, gas vents, dude. It becomes a nightmare when they tangle up. You start getting oxygen going into your CO2 line, vice versa. Haven't seen something so relatable in a while. The worst is autosave deconstructor dig. Oh, yeah. And you don't notice it? Dude, why is he just taking out all the pipes? Dude, this guy is not having a good time or something, man. He's very angry. So this goes to this side. I'm missing a little bit of steel, actually, because I need it for the liquid pump. So I need to go back to here. We're going to set this up to, I think it was 400 for a liquid pump. It is. So we're going to go, I think we had 20 already, so 380. And we're going to go with steel. So that we could sweep it back. Someone messed up my steel delivery. Nah, man, he's panicking. Yeah, man, you gotta keep in mind the lag. I feel like at a certain point, it's an acquired skill. Thermal sensor. Yes. So this goes here. Automation goes like this. And then the pipeline setup. Well, I don't want to use sandstone. We're going to use igneous for this. So it's going to be like that, that, in the tile setup. So that's going to be pretty good. I think we go like this. And then we just go like that. So we can put the bridge inside the tiles, and then we just have this come straight out. And then we have a setup for the pipeline feed into this now. Now, there is one thing about this I do want to change, and that's going to be the radiant pipe on the center. And then that means we're going to need this. And we'll cut this part so that it makes a small little bump to cool out the steam turbine. Friends, don't let friends build during autosave, 100%. This is true. This is true, man. The dangers of autosave. Alright, we're going to do a controlled dig so that the water, when we release it, it's not going to have that bad of a time. Who's starving? Someone's actually starving? Are we out of food? What's happening over here? Who's actually starving? I might add a grub fruit here? Grub fruit preserves, barbecue, roasted grub nuts. A lot of preserves, though. Is it you? Yeah, yes, food. He has a lot of food, dude. He has 4,000 calories. He's doing data banks. He's alright. It was fixed for a month or two and amazing. It makes me wonder why they unpatched it. That's one of the things. It was patched, you're right. It was 100% patched. And then now it's like it's gone. It's like, what happened, dude? I'll take the oxalite here. I don't want to take additional dupes. I don't know if I could actually feed them. So I might have to move some grub fruit from the top to the bottom. So we do that. So we move a little bit. And then what we need to do is wait for it to deliver. And then we cycle the grub fruit back into the first storage. Now we do that. And then we got to click on this and sweep it. That goes into here. And it sweeps all the way to the front. We have to go through the freezer though, but it's fine. We get a little bit more grub fruit on this tile so that the dupes can eat it anytime they want to. Each one of these is 2,000 kcals. My guess is that it broke something else, or the fix was unintentionally broken again. Patch probably broke the game, the irony. So there was one thing that happened that I do know that patch didn't operate properly on. So what the old patch used to do was, when the autosave was happening, the thing that would happen was that they would pause your game if you have a dig command or if you had a build command. So you were building out pipeline. It would pause the game while you were holding down. So what happened was that time stopped. I remember that happening. I was like, huh. It's not moving while I'm waiting for the autosave to happen. And then I let go of the dig command, and then it just sped up again. So I think that's why. It was not a perfect fix. It would literally just pause the game if you were building either a pipeline, power line, gas line, or dig deconstructing. And then if you held it down, the game just stopped like progressing. I think that probably messed with the game ticks and how automation works in this game. It makes a lot of sense. Because it's sometimes the automation doesn't operate on the full second due to how it works. And there's 4 ticks per cycle, or per second in the game. So I think that was what it was messing up. All it was 4 ticks, man. Alright, so back to here. We gotta wait for this to be built. Shouldn't take too long. We're gonna need power. That's gonna mean that we're gonna need to start replacing this. So we'll do this now. Just because we know we gotta do this. So I'll just make the upgrades in for now. And then we also have extra water. Cancel that. We have extra water. Radiation? Who's getting wrecked? Ow. No one's getting radiation sickness. I think I was playing when they implemented that. That slurp was great. Yo, man, you gotta sip on the iced tea, dude. We got iced tea drinking ASMR, if that's what you're into. So we gotta do this. I'll probably cut this here so that we don't overload accidentally. And then have this continue. Alright, so we do that while they're building everything. We're gonna let them take their time. We're gonna send them some food, and then hopefully they'll be able to survive for a little bit. We're gonna take the grapefruit preserves. Ooh, 40,000 kcals. Yeah, we'll sweep that. Bring that over to here. And then hopefully they'll handle that. So we'll let them take care of that. We need to uncheck this. Sweep this as well. That's gonna sweep into the conveyor loader. And then I think we kind of let them kind of do their own thing for a while because it's gonna take some time. Now the next thing we're gonna want to do is remove this setup because we're gonna start expanding our spawn. It's gonna be what I considered necessary evils. We're gonna have to crack into the magma and just deal with it. So we gotta do what we gotta do. I will do a strat though. It's a weird strat. We're gonna stop this from spilling because it's not gonna actually ever spill down anymore. So we're just gonna clean up the magma really quick. Maybe sweep up a little bit of obsidian and put it here. There is nothing that melts on the way out, I don't think. So I think sweeping to here should be fine. Or we could just make another sweep close by, like maybe on this tile or something. Drip it back down into the magma, maybe. The obsidian is just, it's one of those things, man. It's going to be a pain. Sweep only, raw mineral, obsidian. Let's put it somewhat priority, 7. And then I got to go to my other bins, make sure it's not selected. I don't want to accidentally bring that back, right? If I'm sweeping, yep, hot obsidian. There's no bins in the back. That is grabbing that, right? Nope. Lava spilling on your floor. You hate to see it happen. Yeah, man, I'm scared. A little bit scared. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, Scarlet Man. Toughing out the magma. This man is brave. Oh, that pushed the magma over? That's kind of funny. So I could pitcher pump this, actually. I could technically pitcher pump it from here, but it's probably not worthwhile. All the hot igneous. I could do this. Those that play survival games, y'all ever go out one direction for like an hour searching for something, don't find anything, then try another direction, and immediately there's a bunch of what you're looking for? That sounds like me when I'm playing Don't Starve. It sounds like me when I'm playing Don't Starve. Man, I need gold for the science machine. Man, there's no gold anywhere. And then you go the other way. Hey, man, there's some beefaloes. Dude, is that gold? Right next to the beefaloes? Man, that's a good base spot. And like every time I play Don't Starve, man, that's what happens. That was you in No Man's Sky. Oh, dude, I had a bad experience with No Man's Sky. I got the Microsoft Game Pass, and I wanted to check it out because, you know, you hear No Man's Sky, oh, bad reviews, etc., and then you start hearing, oh, it's pretty good again, etc. So, you know, you get bit by the bug of curiosity sometimes. You want to check it out. So I played it for the first time with the Microsoft Game Pass, and you know what happened, man? Oh my god, I was in the tutorial, and it was like, so this is how navigation works. You have a map. So the game was like, I need you to go to this point on the map. Oh, we're not sweeping the hot igneous. Don't worry. Don't worry. That's not being swept yet. So I was walking towards the map with the navigation. And then I'm like, oh, look, a cave. And it looks like the point of interest is inside, so I'm just going to walk in. I went inside the cave. And I got close to the point of interest, and then I couldn't leave the cave. And then I spent like an hour trying to leave the cave. And it was tough. Like, I was like, dude, I'm lost. I can't go anywhere. Like, my god. And then I started just going further and further away from the point of interest. And then I was like, dude, F this. F this, man. And I kind of just stopped playing No Man's Sky. That's exactly what happened to me, though. I was playing, and then I was like, dude, man, this is not the business. Oh, dude, mop it up magma damages you? Dude, I spent like an hour trying to get to the first tutorial objective, man. Like, I was like, dude, I don't know if this is a bad design or if that was intended. I was just confused as heck. Don't find stuff, fix that for you. I see you over there, FPC. Every game has its bugs. I'm still learning the game. From what I could tell, though, it's a lot better than it was on launch. I never played on launch. I just heard about the rumors. So I don't have an opinion about it being a bad game or anything like that. That being said, I think the game is not for me in terms of the type of player I am. When I play video games, like, the exploration is a good mechanic. I can't have that be the main mechanic because it becomes a game where if you play enough of it, you're never going to want to play it again because it gets to the point where you've seen it all. And that kind of ruins the replayability for me. So because of that, it feels like I wouldn't enjoy that type of game. It didn't deliver on promises at first. What promises did they even make, though? I wasn't familiar. I wasn't following the whole fiasco with that. I just know that there was a thing happening. Alright, we got the pitcher pumps here. They could pitcher pump. So we could pitcher pump while we pitcher pump. We gotta wait for that still. Alright, so we remove this. We gotta start setting this up. So I think the easy thing to do is just start replacing that with insulated tiles, because we should. And then let's think about this. These two solid tiles right here are basically these two solid tiles. So we would have airflow here, 2 tiles, and then these two would be these 2 tiles. Okay, so we just got to redesign this. So this goes here. Oh, and then I can't go inside. I see. I see. Because if I do this design, I can't go inside the design. I'm 1 tile off, huh? Dude, that's very unfortunate. Alright, we'll see what we could do, though. I think I could get away with not having a lip on one of them. One example is they said there was multiplayer, but doubtful that you would meet someone else with how big space is. Day 1, 2 streamers found the exact same planet, stood in the exact same place, and neither player in other games. Oh, how they lied about multiplayer? Dude, that's wild, man. Oh, man. I mean, dude, honestly, man, making promises like that and then not delivering on it, I would probably be kind of mad, too. That's pretty justified for the players, I think. Did they come up with a reason like, oh, you guys aren't on the same seed or something like that? I'd imagine. Oh, look at that. Igneous. I gotta mine that out. Oh, he did. I gotta check that video out then. Oh, he's stuck. Save this man. Okay, he's good. He's good. Alright, so we'll build tiles here as well, just to have the design. And then I need to do the bottle emptiers a little bit weird. It's got to be like this. This needs to be mined then, which is fine. About to say the same. Dude, Uglarvis, if you can, could you drop off the link to that video in my Discord? Or if not a link to that video, remind me on Discord. Yo, legit, check out the No Man's Sky video made by this guy. That way, it's like I feel like I'm a little bit more informed. Everything he does is good, interesting. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from him. Gotta learn the strats, you know. Sometimes you gotta learn the strats. Alright, so we're touching molten hot magma now. Let's not use sandstone for that. Let's actually use igneous. Let's actually make this higher priority. Because although we're touching the hot abyssalite, I don't know if it's superheating. No, it is heating, but it's not superheating. We should be okay. So let me try to disable this. And then these, let's up the priority. That way they pull from here. We get rid of the magma here, and then we could dig this out. That's what I'm hoping to do. And then I don't want my hydrogen to get so hot that my steel pump kind of breaks. It's going to be a while till that happens, though, but we should be fine. Unrefrigerated food. That's just the meal lice that the Drecos aren't eating. There's 9 critters here. That's illegal. One of you guys have to die. Oh, this never got set to 8. My bad. Alright, that's fine. Dude, imagine I displace the hydrogen from this tile to the top tile. If that still happens. Gas displacement vertically and teleporting the gas. I hope that doesn't ruin me, dude. Basically, the developers saying No Man's Sky would be a big revolution in games. The game would randomly generate huge diverse universes, more than that size. But then when you explore those planets are empty. That's the thing. Like, you could have a nice, giant world, but you need to have substance. Without substance, you have nothing. Right? I don't know, man. It is what it is. Feels bad, though, man. Alright, there's some gas here. We'll take care of that, though. Crude oil. These days, the planets have stuff. So I've seen some of the creatures you run into, things like that, some of the worlds. I feel like at a certain point, it kind of looks like there was a formula for how things are generated, and it, like, even though there's a lot of planets, is it weird for me to say everything kind of looks about the same? Is it weird that I could say that? Like, shit looks about the same, dude. Like, the planets are not that different. Alright, they're gonna sweep really quick. Oh, wait! Oh! That's not smart. Alright, so it's this one now. Alright, so we drip here. And then I unclick. We spill a little bit, that's fine. So we still get the one drop lock, even though we don't have the tile right here. I recall a game review from the 2000s. The article said that some RPG, they did maps big just because they can, not because there was something interesting in it. Oh, are you talking about Final Fantasy? You talking about the Final Fantasy game where they were driving in the car for like 30 minutes? I'm not saying that's what they did or that's who you're talking about, but there was something like that in Final Fantasy where it's like you got the car and then all you did was drive and it was big, huge world. Devs love this design. I see, I see. You know what game I really appreciate and I feel like needs to be the standard? Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 does a lot of things really well, but not only that, like, it's done well, but I feel like it's underappreciated. Guild Wars 2 is solid, man. So we gotta do this, we gotta do that. So we're gonna make a vacuum in this room. Like, the thing with Guild Wars 2 is the fact that the maps are amazing. There's a lot of depth in the maps. You could easily tell they put a lot of thought into it. Things are there for a reason. There's a lot of hidden things, which makes you want to explore the maps. Jump puzzles, challenges, adventures, a lot of cool things like that. Map metas, world map design. This guy's about to trap himself. Oh, get out, get out! Oh, come on. Scarlet Man. How you gonna do that to yourself? Well, who's starving? Oh, you ate all your food? It's time to go home, buddy. And he'll be okay again. That does mean, though, I need to uncheck this so we don't fill it up anymore. And then he's gonna land. Good stuff. But it'd be like that sometimes, man. Map size, I feel like... I get the idea of being able to brag about the map size. I just, you know... You can't make traveling a nuisance. Like... Going across the map takes 30 minutes. And, like, all you do is get courier quests. You have to travel that. Dude, it's a pain. I kind of feel like that's kind of what Star Citizen was, to a certain degree, in the very beginning. Hey, man, I need you to deliver this. Oh, yeah, that's cool. It takes you an hour just to travel. I was like, okay, I'm here now. It's like, okay. Feels weird, man. Shout out to Star Citizen, man. That game was supposed to be the promised game. I try to like Star Citizen. I don't know what happened to that, man. It feels like they sold the company and there was like a dev takeover or something like that. I don't know. Like there was so much promise. Everything was great in the beginning and then it just... What happened? It's not good to have a big empty map, but it's also bad to have a small crowded map. 100%, 100%. Small crowded maps that are too dense, It makes it feel like there's no kind of like zones. It's just like it's like when you get mashed potatoes and gravy. You have mashed potatoes at the bottom, and then you have the gravy on top. You don't mix the mashed potatoes and gravy together. No one does that. You eat it separate, right? You gotta have things have its own designated zones. No one likes mixed gravy with mashed potatoes. They like to have it separate. Yo, am I the only one? Am I the only one? I gotta ask, man. Does anyone actually in chat mix their mashed potatoes with the gravy? You mix it together? Oh my god. What a mad lad. I see you over there. Do you think it tastes better mixed together? I eat it separate. I mix it all the time. Dude, am I the only one? Am I actually the only one that eats it? No. I have it. So what I'm saying is, you take mashed potatoes, you put it at the bottom, you put the gravy on top, and then you take a spoon and you mix it so that it becomes one color. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I like having the contrast. You know, it looks good that way. You get the full taste of gravy. Man, man. I felt like I was the only one that had it separate, man. No, you're not, lol. try to mix with beetroot salad. So I used to work at this cafe, right? And across from in the same plaza. In the same plaza, there was a Popeyes. So I would go there to grab food when I was sick and tired of the food from the cafe. So one of the things was the guy at the Popeyes, because I would always go there and get mashed potatoes and gravy because I love the gravy over there. He's like, dude, you know what you need to do? And I was like, what? He's like, take the mashed potatoes, take the gravy, mix it, and then add butter on top. And I was like, what? Mix it? He's like, yep, it's delicious. I was like, oh, no, man, I like it separate. The guy told me that, and I was like, dude, this guy, man, he mixes mashed potatoes with his gravy. I thought that was weird. But now that I'm talking to you guys, and I'm thinking I'm weird. But it seems like a good amount of people actually mix it, huh? It seems like a good amount of people actually mix their mashed potatoes with the gravy. Dude, man, today I learned. Because in Thanksgiving, I don't think anyone I know, family, people that we've had Thanksgiving with, I don't think anyone's ever actually mixed their mashed potatoes and gravy. Like, in person. Spoiler, it mixes anyway in the belly. That's true. That's true. That's the argument. It all goes to the same spot at the end, right? That's the argument, man. I hear that from time to time. Belly doesn't have to taste the food. That's true, dude. That is true. Oh, I don't have electrical engineer. Oh my god. I can't believe it. That's what I'm waiting for. Why don't I just drink my mashed potatoes? Because you're going to gain so much weight if you just drink it, dude. I'm just saying. Have you guys heard about this place? I think it's in, what, Kentucky? They add a slice of cake to their milkshake when they're blending it. Have you guys heard about that? They actually have milkshakes where they take a slice of cake, a whole slice of cake, and put it in the blender with the milkshake. Uglarvis knows what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, man, that's how you gain a lot of weight, dude. You gain a lot of weight that way. You put cake into the milkshake. It's a thing, though. I mean, just not gravy for the bottom mash is annoying. The gravy is normally a little salty. Getting that much gravy on top mix is best. I see you. I see you. The Kentucky Cake Shake. Yeah, man. What's 2,500 calories when it's already 2,000? Dude, you go from 1 day to 2 days and a half. you get the 1,000 calorie per day thing. You go from 2,000 to 2.5. Dude, I'm just saying, man. Sounds good, to be honest. I hear it's very popular. I hear it's very, very popular. Oh, I think his name was, what, Fluffy? Cyrone Kitty? Talked about a chocolate cake shake? Yeah. I think he got it from Kentucky, because that's a thing they do at the store there. It's very popular. A lot of people just get that and go home, and that's their dessert. And they might even have a light dinner because of it, man. It's pretty impressive. I mean, who doesn't like a thick chocolate cake with some dope shake? It's all sugar. That's true. Technically, at the end of the day, it's all sugar, man. We're going to need this because I'm going to dig through here so that the power wire is going to be shorter once we connect this to here. And then I need to bring someone over with electrical engineering skill. Feels bad. Oh, can we just give it to them on the other side? That's a good question. So these guys over here. Oh, you do get electrical engineering. PogChamp. Let's go. We're grabbing that. So cake shake is okay, but mashed gravy is no. So the cake shake is weird. They serve it to you that way, right? But when you get mashed potatoes and gravy, you don't get it served mixed together already. That's the argument. That's the argument. The way it's presented when it comes out the kitchen is the way you should eat it. I feel like, right? Unless you have something like an open-faced burger, something like that, right? But I feel like if they serve it to you that way, you should try to eat it that way. I don't know. Maybe I don't go out to restaurants enough, where you have to like mix things together. What's cottage pie? Yo, man, can you explain that to me? What's cottage pie? Is that with cottage cheese? I've never heard of cottage pie. Maybe I've heard about it in a different word, maybe. Now I want Portillo's? My bad, dude. Making guys crave the foods. Alright, so is there anything inside? Nope. So we could deconstruct this safely. And I think we're going to want to keep this as a vacuum. Cottage pie, just shepherd's pie with beef. Wait, isn't shepherd's pie already with beef? It's a mash with goulash. Yeah, isn't shepherd's pie with beef? I'm crazy, right? Isn't it with beef normally? Oh, it's with lamb. Oh, shepherds. I guess that makes sense. Shepherd, right? Yeah. I see you, I see you. Dude, cottage pie is bomb. I actually used to buy that at Trader Joe's when I was in college. And I'm not even gonna lie, dude. It was kind of funny because we would get that. And then I ended up working at a company that made shepherd's pie. I was like, oh yeah, shepherd's pie is delicious. I've had that before. But man, I've always had it with beef. When I used to get that from Trader Joe's, that was literally shepherd's pie with beef. And they would just call it shepherd's pie. Like, there was nothing special to them. I need to mine this out to make some space. Be like that sometimes. So that was cottage pie. Yeah, but they literally call it shepherd's pie with beef. That was literally on the name. Feels weird, man. Did y'all know not liking food mixing together is a sign of autism? Like, I don't like my green beans and mac and cheese mixing together. I have segmented plates to avoid those things mixing. Really? I feel like maybe, but I don't feel like that's like a tall tale sign. I feel like it could be a minor sign. I don't think it's a big thing. I see over there, Siren Kitty. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more research about that. Ground lamb isn't as common ingredient at the store around me. Gotcha, gotcha. I actually need to remove this door and some of the automation. We'll go like this. And then I need to sweep up the crude oil right here. And then I need to do this. So that, chiming in late, my aunt used to work at a rest home. She would cook a full roast with veggies and gravy and put them in the blender. Wow. Wait, and people drank that? Holy crap, dude. Daza Plays, I see you over there. Welcome on in. That sounds kind of wild. We're done with the Radbolt tech. Oh, we have rad bolt engines. Okay, now it's about space modules. Is there anything I need? Gas outtake. Yeah, I'll grab that. Just because it's related for the inputs. Some people do that. I can't stand that. Oof. She is wrong. End of statement. That's wild. I don't know if I would enjoy that. Yeah, some old people can't eat solid food. I feel that. I feel that. Some old people can't eat solid food. Have you had a gut soup? I don't think I've had gut soup. That does not sound appetizing. Gut soup? Oh, dude, come on, man. Like, maybe I have, and maybe it's just not called that, but that does not sound like it's tasty. If you can't eat solid food, just get dentures. I see you over there, man. Turning off chat for a while. Gotcha, FBC TV. We're talking about weird food stuff now. I feel you with that. He's trying to have dinner, dude. Buzzley, I see you over there as well. I see you over there as well, man. Maybe it's not a good topic, man. Talk about the gross stuff. Steak tartare is fine. I have that before. You have to be okay with eating raw meat, though. I don't think it's that bad, steak tartare. But that's just me. Alright, we gotta get this built, though. Alright, so we're gonna be expanding our spawn right now. So we're gonna be trying to expand this out. We're going to remove this liquid lock and put this setup in. And we're going to want to make sure we... Wait, we're starving. How you... Oh, you're just taking a dump. We need to make sure that we could make the design that's here without having the hydrogen leak to the bottom. And if it does, I want to keep this door locked for that. But after we get that done, we could open this up for oxygen, and it should fill up properly. What's the purpose of the square? This one, there was no purpose of this initially. It's right here, this one square. I think this is what you're talking about. I think we just had this there because I initially wanted this to line up with the liquid lock. So I wanted this here and putting the door there. But it eventually just didn't matter. Oh, right here. This is where my oxygen cools down. So we're running an aqua tuner here with cold water, and then that chills out the water in the room. And then in that same room, we run oxygen pipes where we cool down the hot oxygen. It comes out around 80 degrees, and it comes out at 19. So it's our tempering system. This is technically called a radiator. Your car probably has one for the AC in your car. And it's a very similar effect. So this way, any of the hot oxygen that comes out goes through and processes itself. That way we could keep it cool in the entire planetoid. That's technically how we keep the base cold. We funnel in cold oxygen so that we constantly have a temperature being chilled throughout the entire map. So that way we could counteract some of the heat generators, whether or not it's something like, the spawn. We kind of lock the heat inside. And then some of the generators right there, we try to keep it cool by having oxygen be colder. But yeah, that's the water block right there. I see Buzzley. Dude, man, food is great. Trying food is one of the best experiences you could have. I used to work with the Prime Steakhouse. So tartare was an appetizer I would order for myself. Oh, I see you over there. That sounds delicious, dude. Why is it better to do that over running it directly into an aqua tuner or thermal regulator? Capacity. So one of the problems is that you're cooling down a gas, right? And one of the things about gases is that you have a big difference between gas volume in a pipeline. You can see it's 1,000 grams. And then if you look at the liquid pipeline, this is at 10 kilograms. So you could easily see that you hold 10 times more mass per individual pipeline on liquids than gases do. So because of that, you could cool down more oxygen by running it over a liquid pipeline because you hold 10 times the energy. So by doing it this way, you consume a lot less power due to the fact that the thermal regulator is a flat change in temperature, 14 degrees, right? So that means in order for me to chill down my oxygen, I would have to run through the thermal regulator 4 times. Because at 80 degrees, 4 times means that I go through around 60, and this goes down to 20, which is the temperature I have right now. So that would cost 4 thermal regulators per gas pipeline for me to get it at the same temperature. That's a lot more power in terms of how much you have to provide. But since you have oxygen here, right? And then oxygen... I can't click on that, it feels bad. Alright, I'll click on it here. But since oxygen, it's only at 1,000 grams, and not only that, if you look at the specific stats, the specific heat capacity, the biggest factor when it comes to cooling, is at 1.005. I'm using my liquid medium here, polluted water. So polluted water has a stat line of, when you're looking at specific heat capacity, 4.179. So you have 4 times the thermal capacity. So this number means how much energy you're able to absorb before the temperature actually changes. And the difference in temperature is what changes your actual temperature. So that being said, this comes in, you can see that it comes in around 18.7, 18.8, comes out at 19. So it only heats up by about 0.5 degrees. That's about half a degree in Celsius. Now, the oxygen goes down by 60 degrees. And this is consistent. So this is a lot faster when it comes down to tempering oxygen in terms of efficiency and speed. And not only that, all of this comes from one aqua tuner. So you only have to power one building versus multiple thermal regulators. And that's really because of how the stat line works. Not only are you able to hold 10 times the liquid in the pipelines, but the liquids also typically have a better stat line when it comes to the SHC. So SHC is very important because this is actually the only reason why this works as well as it does. The 4.179 is 4 times the amount of the oxygen when it's, per tile. So it basically allows the water to bully the gas. And that's why this is really good. So for the most part, you could see that sometimes I'm not even utilizing all of my oxygen. We're going to be expanding this out so that we could double up on this pump and this pump. So we have double pipelines to get full packet size, because this pump's at 500 grams per second, and we're only at half the mass right now. So we want to add 2 more pumps into here, so that we could generate more oxygen and take more out at the same time. Alright, so we need this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of this is hot. Okay, that's fine. Let's sweep that out. And then I want to mine this. I'm also antisocial, and 2 don't mix very well. Yo, you know what you need, dude? You need to have a partner, iBuzzly, that's willing to do all the... how do I say this? All the good things first, so that they can kind of open you up to not being antisocial and willing to try out, like, maybe food from other cultures at the, just get it started. And then once you get that, you find out it's a good time, you're going to start enjoying it, and it becomes a lot easier. Now, of course, that's just one of the many ways you could get out of that, but it's not the only way. But it's just an idea. Maybe you could meet someone that's kind of like opposite of how you are, so that you get to try things out. In France, got cheese with live worms in it. Banned in many countries around the world. Dude, what's with these facts, dude? I'm so confused. I can't believe I read that. Plus water, H2O has twice the SHC, even the best gas. So you get 20x of cooling, yep. So hydrogen, the most SHC gas, stat-wise, 2.4. It's not a lot. It's only 2.4. And water is almost double that. And water is very plentiful. You just have water around your map, right? Typically. So a lot of times this is a very, I guess, lucrative or attractive design, because it works really well. Makes sense. A lot of issues with late game cooling, and always been why my colony fails. Oh, we could talk about cooling. If you're looking to use this building, the Aqua Tuner, you need to look at liquids based off of that stat I just mentioned, specific heat capacity. So the reason why this matters is because when you're flat up changing the amount of heat by a number and not actually affecting it by DTUs, you're looking at this specific heat capacity, because this means how much thermal energy you could pass on to the other elements. The higher the number, the better. Now, the best liquid in the game for this is, of course, everybody knows this, supercoolant. Supercoolant has a value of 8.44. That's godlike, right? So, you're not going to get this to the end game, so you don't think about having this. After that, it's nuclear waste in liquid form. Now, this is very good at 744, but the problem is that you can't have it be too cold before it starts to solidify. So you can't use this as a good liquid medium due to the chance that it breaks. Not only that, nuclear waste corrodes the pipes and auto-dumps itself from time to time. It becomes kind of bad. And then after that, it's actually water. Water's top 3. Now, the drop-off is really big, 744 to 4.179, but this is a lot better than a lot of other things in this game. So because of that, water top 3 makes it very lucrative. Now, because of how water freezes, you might not like the range. That's where polluted water comes in. Polluted water has plus 20 on both the steam and ice threshold. So you have a wider range right here. So you could use that for, freezing things, cooling things. You could use polluted water to freeze regular water. And the stats are about the same. You lose a little bit of conductivity, but the specific heat capacity is the same. So it's pretty good. Regular water, polluted water. Your dupes make it all the time, right? Hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'm happy to help and explain. I see your Razor Smash. I see you over there. Yep, that's exactly what I kind of explained. I see you over there. Same thought process, man. I accept how I am because I hate small talk, but I don't know. But I don't mind. I see you. It can, Mighty Stooge, so you need someone to kind of understand, if that makes sense. The right extrovert if you're an introvert, because they have to understand your boundaries, but they want to kind of show you the world, right? That's kind of what it means by having the right person for that. I'll have to rush the water planet full of rain. That's a pretty good strat, not gonna lie, man. It's a pretty good strat. I also kind of like finding a gilded point of interest so that I could skip the water planet completely. It's another strat you could do. I've never actually seen this game. Can you give me a quick rundown? Yeah, of course. So this game, oxygen not included. This is a colony management simulation game. And what that means is that if you ever played a game like RimWorld, Dwarf Fortress, Going Medieval, Timberborn, it's a game where you manage a colony, but you don't directly direct every colonist. So what you do is you set up a priority list for the jobs you want your colonists to do. And typically you would have specialized dupes, or in our case, colonists, right? And they have specific skills and attributes. And because of this skills and attributes, you kind of have them play to their strengths. Like someone that's really good at cooking, you make them cook, right? So yeah, you played RimWorld before, so you understand how that works. So you don't actually make them do anything. You just set up the design for the colony and they just get the job done. So it's the same logic in that aspect, except it's a different camera angle than RimWorld. And there's no combat in this game, very minimal combat. And with this game, what you actually do is you try to survive and complete the printing pot objective. So this is a printing pot. You start out with this building, and these 3 objectives are what you need to do. First is establish a base and be able to build a statue, because this is showing that you're able to not only create and maintain a base for survival and stability, but you're able to spend resources to build a giant statue to kind of flex on people. Second thing you need to do is find the temporal tear. That's actually in the star map. You can see that we have a lot of black squares that we haven't uncovered yet. We have to find that still. And then the third objective is you have to find something called artifacts. These are found on these points of interest in the star map right here. Artifact available, artifact available. And then there's another one found on the actual planetoids. You're going to see planets like this with purple rings around it. This means this is a planetoid. A planetoid is a map that you could actually land with your rocket and then explore. These maps will eventually have artifacts somewhere hidden in them. So you have to actually land on these planets, dig them out, and find the artifacts. So those are the 3 objectives you need to do. Now, for the most part, this game is a science sandbox or a thermodynamic system. So if I bring this up, this is my heat overlay. You have to manage heat as one of your main goals, because heat is actually how you maintain some of the states of the matter. So what I mean by that is, one of the easy examples is water. When you have water, right? Water is something we have in real life. And if you freeze water, you get ice. If you heat water up, you get steam. This is very powerful because depending on what you're utilizing, like over here, we are utilizing ice in an ice box so that we could freeze our food. So we're having food go in, run into the ice so that we could have a freezer. That allows us to store our food indefinitely. You can see that we have no change in decay rate. So that's one of the uses for having ice instead of water. We are able to hit a lower temperature point and then freeze the food that way. Not only that, you could heat up the water and you get steam. Steam is used for the steam turbine, so you can convert anything that generates heat into a power source. So the Aqua Tuner is something notorious for generating huge amounts of DTU, which is the value of heat in this game. And when you have heat, you can actually just have that in a room of steam like this, so that the turbine could absorb the steam and then drip back out the water that it generates, and it generates power in the process. Heat produced, but then there's also wattage produced. So you attach a power line to that and you have a source of power now. So depending on what you're utilizing, in our case, we're utilizing water in both the liquid form to keep the turbine cool, gas form to get power from it, and solid form to freeze food and store it. So you do a lot of things like that in this game, and you do a lot of resource manipulation. Now, because of how the game is a science sandbox, one of the major points I would say that makes this game stand out is that you do this without machines. In probably every game that I've seen or played, there's nothing that magically happens because of the temperature. The most extent I've seen is, oh, the food that you're storing is too hot, so it becomes rotted food and you can't eat it anymore. And that's really the limit to thermodynamics. So the thing with that is that, you know, it adds another element to the game where managing temperature is very important. And of course, that's part of the science aspect of the game. So the science aspect of the game is, of course, oxygen not included. You have to include the oxygen gas because you need to be able to breathe it. So of course, there's breathability, very breathable or unbreathable, and you need to provide breathable gas. Oxygen is not the only one. There's also something called polluted oxygen, but that's where the periodic table of elements starts to kick in. We play around with a lot of things like hydrogen. We have oxygen, as you can see. We have over here carbon dioxide. There's a lot of different gases and elements we play around with in order to kind of progress the colony. And you are able to do a lot of things depending on what you want to do. What we have right here is we're converting water in our water lines, and we're electrolyzing it. So we're splitting H2O into O2 and H2, so that we get both oxygen and hydrogen split from H2O, right? Just splitting the elements. And then by doing that, we get a gas that's combustible, and then we could use this as a power source. So this is a really cool game when it comes to that. But yeah, I will say that it's a little bit difficult. I wouldn't say a little bit, it's really difficult. It's one of those games that it's going to be, for lack of better words, maybe a tough learning curve game in that regard. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's tough to learn. As a science gal, I'd say it looks, I'd really like this game. Dude, I'd say check it out. It's really great. I think that covers, I've just had issues with the past with water freezing in the pipes when work with Aqua Tuners. Is there a way to set up the automation to avoid that? Yes! Aqua Tuner setups is you need to set up an overflow setup, where if the temperature is cold enough below the threshold, you have the pipe not go into the Aqua Tuner, and you overflow with a bridge. If you want to learn more about that, I have a YouTube channel that goes into all of this, whether or not it's watching me play the game. We go through and explain designs like the steam turbine Aqua Tuner setup, how to set up the Aqua Tuner setups. I have over 250 videos on YouTube already, so you guys can check it out. We cover a lot of topics. So if you guys can't catch me live, can't ask me the question, that's probably where you could find some solutions, man. Hopefully. Take the muck route. My roommate of Right Extroverts, some friends, previous restaurants, pretty good for it as well. I see you, I see you. I see you over there, Fry. Germs and oxygen too. Yep, yep. Learning curve is rather steep, 100%. I play RimWorld, I can handle difficult. It's a different type of difficult. The main thing about RimWorld is that you don't lose because you don't know what you're doing. You lose because of RNG. I have guides on YouTube, yes. Tons of guides. You lose because of RNG in RimWorld. That's different. Because in this game, you lose because something went wrong. There's no combat, there's no RNG. Everything has kind of like expected outcomes. So you lose if you make a mistake. In RimWorld, you don't really lose if you make a mistake. You could lose just because RNG just decides, you know, they want you to lose. It's hard, man. A lot of trial and error, lots of restarting. Yep, I did that in my time. You live, you learn, you die, and then you reset. Yup, yup, yup. Ask your Discord. There are a few of us on there. Yep, I'm always on Discord as well. All the cool designs. Yep, yep. I got you guys, man. Especially if you're a new player and don't know what to do, you can check out the VODs from the start of a colony and see what I do into to get my colony stable. A lot of times, that's pretty good as well. Okay, so we did this. Okay, so we need to get this pulled across. And then we need to get more solar panels. So here, I have no more glass. I never swept the glass. All right, we got to sweep the glass to here. This is priority 4. Hopefully, they stop doing that. Yeah, that's the thing about RimWorld. This game has 2 difficulties. Well, technically, it's a slider, so you can have multiple levels of difficulty with this game. It's a lot different, though. Alright, so some of my dupes are idle. They're not doing the jobs. I need to make sure we get the jobs done. So, I gotta do a couple things first. We probably want to do here. Because it's 2 tile gap, which is going to be there. I guess I could put that there as well first, so that we don't have the oil drip down. And then this is going to be solid tile, airflow tile. I probably don't want to do that yet. I probably want to have that be solid for now. This as well. I'll wait for the bottom 2 first. And then we replace this tile. And then these 2 stay. We can have that be insulated still. Yeah, it's all related to the dupes. 100%, man. It's kind of tough sometimes. Gotcha, I was getting confused when I heard dupes, but now I understand. It's yeah, dupes and pawns. It's just different wording for how you kind of describe the colonists. 100%, that's correct. Dupes and pawns. It's similar, but it's different at the same time.